Hello everyone, it's me Max23 and welcome back to the Final Fantasy VI Tea Edition. So sit back and enjoy. Alright, we are back. Last time we learned that Kuja was absolutely pathetic as a super boss, and Emperor continues to be the nuisance he ever was and ever is. Yeah, I really need to figure something out for Emperor. Like, Emperor just is so strong in relation to everything else here. It's crazy. Like, simply because of Disaster, Starfall. Just because of that one move, that entire fight is very, very tough. But yeah, for now, I decided I move on to the next encounter in the list. We once again skip Emperor and leave him for later. And I think one thing I might want to do, I might actually want to leave Emperor for the very end. Because once I defeated all the other bosses, I'm sure that I don't need my items and my other resources anymore. Which means when I fight Emperor, then I can be sure I can like freely use my items and be sure that I do not need them for further future encounters anymore. So that's something I might want to do. I think at this stage it's also pretty fitting to have Emperor as the very last boss in this series, because he proved himself to be like the toughest of them all. Unless of course I encounter someone who is even stronger. Might be the case, maybe it's actually the next one. The next one, speaking of the next one, is actually Seymour. So we will fight Seymour next. We move on to Final Fantasy X. What can Seymour do? It's the Unsent. Seymour banishes espers or aeons. Luckily I don't really do that. Maybe he has some kind of reaction if I summon. Maybe there's a specific reaction if I summon. Maybe he instantly kills me or so if I do that. Would be funny, nice reference. Would also make for an interesting twist, a fight where you cannot summon. Other than that, he uses like elemental stuff, which might seem as if the fight once again is pretty easy, because that's something I can negate and or absorb. Like, because normally in Final Fantasy X, like, his fights always involve him casting either fire lines of fire, ice, fire, blizzard, thunder, or water spells in like multiple in quick successions, like multiple times a turn. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, I can basically negate all of that. So yeah, we will see how that turns out. It's also a question, what kind of Seymour are we fighting? We have like 4 different options. Like, there are 4 fights with Seymour. Maybe it is the fight with Seymour, like Seymour Omnis. Who knows? Equipment-wise, I think I keep my usual stuff, because so far that proved to be pretty great. Do I want Golem or do I want Carbuncle? I think I want Carbuncle again. Seymour, once again, not the kind of guy who uses physicals on you. I think that's fine. Yeah, we save and give it a shot. As we usually do. Okay, slowly but surely we are also coming to a close when it comes to the boss fights here. We only have 4 left, which includes Emperor. So, yeah. Slowly but surely we need to face the fact that we... Yeah, that's it. And we need to face the fact that this whole playthrough will come to an end. Which is sad, because it has been a long adventure, but yeah, we still have some like hurdles we need to jump over here. So yeah, let's start with the Unsent. Close your eyes and open your mind, whatever. Okay, Seymour. Do we get fight with Seymour? Probably. Yeah, of course. Oh, we are fighting here. I think that's... Oh, it's actually interesting. This is not what I expected. Cross-cleave, okay. Oh, okay. Interesting stuff. Okay, I already discovered like 2 things that I find highly interesting here. 3 things I find highly interesting. Okay, this is wild. Oh, stadium organ, by the way. Okay, I love this. Okay, this already looks pretty interesting. Okay, he uses... first of all, he is in his Seymour Natus form, which is like the second encounter with him in Final Fantasy X. And he also summons espers, and also used cross-cleave. Ah, no, Okay, this is something I don't like. Maybe I can lock him. Like into using that Mega Whirlwind. Okay. Seems exciting so far. Did you hear Fight with Seymour at some point in this playthrough already? I think not. But it sounds pretty familiar, kind of. I mean, of course it's a song I know, but... I think I want this in case he uses Dispel again. And then we start jumping. He can also use Ultima, because of course he can. And I think I want to use Force Field to disable all this stuff here. Force Field in particular seems to be pretty powerful here in this fight. But I really did not expect to face this form of him. Immune to Ice to counter Diamond Dust immediately. But then he probably also has Hellfire. He also has Mega Flare then, maybe. Chaos Wave. Okay, maybe not. Okay, does that deal much damage because you're human? Might be. Ah, okay. Like, the remix of Fight with Seymour is pretty good, by the way. Like, you always get me with the stadium organ. Listen to this, it's great. This is a fairly good 8-bit remix. 8-bit? 16-bit? Porta is also good, I think. Blaster. Does he always use Blaster after I use some kind of magic or so? Blaster again. Huh. We really don't care about that. Barrier change, okay. He's also Swearimorph, I see. Okay, do I care about that? I really do not care about that. Oh, Barrier. I think Barrier change might be because... Oh, I think that might mimic his, like a Seymour Omnis form. Where he, like, gets different, like, elemental affinity when he... Like, depending on what, like, his Wheels of Fortune say. I did attack accidentally, whoops. Blaster. No one dies because of that, right? No. We are protected against instant death, so that's good. Immune to wind. Tandaga, sure. One thing I find pretty interesting right now, if you listen to the music, like this 16-bit remix, like really highlights, I think, like how much that song sounds like Uematsu. Like it just has like this very, very distinct Uematsu style. Like if you listen to some parts here, that's very prominent here in this remix. Diamond Dust, we are protected against that. Once again, we keep Terra ready in case something happens. He really likes to use that, right? Break, yeah, Break is also something you can use, sure. And you also... Oh, Mega Whirlwind. A last Force Field, but that's okay. Go Needle for once. That happens rarely. You know what? One thing that's also nice about like Fight with Seymour as a song is that it just appears so more or less randomly. Like you did fight Seymour with some like boss themes that other bosses share, like in that game, like in Final Fantasy X. And then like he suddenly comes around and has his own theme that's pretty nice. Yeah, he gets turned to stone again. Okay, he likes stone as well, I see. Like, if you listen to the Stadion organ right here, that's the Uematsu influence, I mean. Like, this sounds very distinct to Uematsu. That comes right from, like, Man with the Machine Gun, if you listen to it. Which is nice. Sure, fire's disabled. What else can we disable? What elements are still active? I'm not sure. Lightning is good. And blast again. Cling. Diamond dust. I think that means I can attack him with fire damage right now. And that's why I have this. Yeah, nice. Omega Revenant again. I will start applying Carbuncle after we disable all elements. And next element banished. It is nothing. We already disabled everything? Oh, okay. Did I really use it so many times already, huh? Demon's Eye again. Ah. Okay, you use Carbuncle. Oh, by the way, Edgar does not keep his buffs when he gets stoned. Yeah, okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Barrier change again. Maybe I could be a little bit more aggressive. You know what? Let's try Firaga, not Fyra. Crosscleave. I can't find Firaga. Haven't used that in a while. It doesn't deal damage because I'm sabotaging myself again. Sure. One thing that's interesting is he always uses Judgment Bolt. He always uses what is it? I'm actually not sure. Dude, he always uses something on Edgar. He always uses Blast on Edgar. That's what I meant to say. It's Blaster. Okay, that misses. He does not have something that can be divided by 3. Death. Death awaits you. But I'm not an Esper. Like, you need to target Terra with that if you want to do your stuff. Okay, this might be slightly scary, but then again... How much? Yeah, I think that's fine. White Wind. Meteor, I hope I don't get like a very nasty counter right now. Ha! Absorbed. Don't really care about that one, but okay. It would also be funny if I had some kind of talk command here. That would also be a nice nod. Chaos Wave again. Zhu, 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 zhu. Nice block. Like, if he already uses Cross Cleave, he might also use Total Annihilation, which is a far scarier move. Let's use Crazer. Okay, she uses that again. Crazer. That's also something Cells does not absorb, right? No. That's also something I wanted to know. Once again, looking ahead for Emperor again. Barrier change. Up. Jump. Thundaga. Wow. Yeah, too bad though it doesn't deal damage. I think it would probably heal him, right? Would probably heal him because he should have like Thunder affinity right now. But yeah, Seymour, once again, if you want to beat me, you need to step up your game. Flare, okay, that's something at least. It will also at least deal damage when it gets reflected. I did not pay attention. Do we still have Reflect? I don't think so. Like, this fight also allows me to be aggressive with Terra. Radiant Breath is also something we ignore by now. That means he has Holy Affinity, I think. Yep. Okay. Hey guys, at least Seymour should be one of the enemies here that does not have Meteor for once. Because he never uses Meteor, right? He uses Blaster, sure, but... but he can use Ultima, so yeah. Everyone can use Ultima here. That's kind of funny. Flood, seriously. Also interestingly, Flood cannot be absorbed. That's something that just exists. You know that a fight is easy when I get the chance to attack with Terra. Blast again. Try disaster. He's trying at least. Misses, okay. I don't jump right now. Mimic it first. Come on, go. Nice, okay, jump. How much damage does Go in comparison? Also pretty nice, but only one hit, what? Come on. My adversaries always get like 10 hits from that, but I just get one. Did I just use an X potion? Okay. At this point I'm not even paying attention anymore. Oh god. Almost 2000 damage. What should I do? Yeah, I used wow. Whoosh. Angel Feathers? Hey, that's my line. Oh, 5000 heal. I'm so afraid now. I should not have... okay, Meteor comes later. I'm gonna be cocky again and do it again. One thing I need to appreciate, by the way, is the sprite art. I'm actually not sure if those sprites that we are like fighting here, at least the one from, let's say, Final Fantasy VII upwards, I'm not sure if those sprites come from something like Final Fantasy Record Keeper or one of the other mobile games. I don't think so. I think those sprites might actually be custom. Also good timing. Might actually be that those sprites here are custom. If they are, great work. If they are not, then at least we know that Square has some pretty good spriters. Rest in Eternal Darkness, okay. Oh, that's, he's charging up for, what is he doing? Animas! Oh! Okay, okay, this is interesting now. Oh, that's a great, ooh, that's great. He summons Anima, ooh. Spicy, and Anima uses Mega Flare, sure. That might be a problem. I'm gonna use this if I have to. Ouch! 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 Hello? I'm dead. Wow! Hey, that was not nice. That is bad. That is indeed pretty bad. Ooh. What do I do against that? Why can Anima use Mega Flare? I think that's just a way to like mimic Chaos D. That was nasty, hey. It's so wild. There's just some moves here that are just so disproportionately strong. Like Mega Flare, for example, here. Like what? Like the legitimate question: what can I do against Mega Flare? I cannot absorb it. I cannot absorb it with Runic, and I already have like maximum like defenses here, like magic defense. Who knows? Maybe it's a physical, but I don't think so. And then again, I think Mega Flare is also defense ignoring. We can check that. It should be defense ignoring. Non-elemental attack ignores defense. That really raises the question for me, what is like the intent of, like, how am I supposed to avoid that? The only thing I can think of is using a jump. Like, everyone needs to use jump when that happens. Same goes for Disaster, by the way. Thing uses Emperor. Okay, that was nasty, to say the least. Do we need status protection for this? I don't think so. He mainly uses other stuff. I need to do this, otherwise I cannot survive the attack. If we are lucky, I think that's what Edgar did, right? He actually avoided both Mega Flare and Ultima. No, he did not. No, not Ultima. But at least Ultima might be something I can survive. Anything else I can do against that? I don't think so. I already had a shell up, so... Did I save? I think I didn't save. I did, I think. Is that really because of some kind of level discrepancy I have? Like, if I have a higher level, do I also have higher defense against that stuff, maybe? That could be something. But yeah, other than, like, that one sequence there, like, this is also fairly manageable, I would say. So we try this again. Firaga. Mighty Guard. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, why does Edgar suddenly have Runic? Because I just saw the jump, but yeah, of course. Diamondo Dusto. Okay, I hope we don't run into any nasty statuses right now. Instant death protection is still there, so that's something the ribbon never protected from. Break is, yeah, okay. Okay, break, but only hits one character. I think it's more important that I heal. Gao can just be there and like act as some kind of statue that absorbs hits there. Demon's Eye? Okay, we might be all dead now. Yo. Okay, that's funny. And that is something I can avoid with luck. Maybe. Break I can avoid with, you know what? I can avoid with, Reflect, actually. Slow, I also want to give him slow. Holy might be the least useful element here. Break again? Sure. The nasty thing about Break, of course, is that it does erase my positive statuses. Immune to Earth, huh? Ketoblepass is a poison elemental, but yeah, these status would still go through. Gold Needle for Celis, and you use another force field. Also, I cannot wait when I misclick. Like at some point I'm gonna misclick and I accidentally use and jump with some other character. Chaos Wave doesn't give me statuses, right? I think not. Meow. Meow. Okay, 3 hits, good. I wait until Force Field is finished, then I use Runic, because otherwise he might use Blaster again and my Runic is for nothing. Yeah. It would also be funny if that would be some kind of specific counteraction to me banning every element. That would also be funny. Force Field again. That probably means he will cast Blast again, and that means my Runic is gone. Yeah, and that means I can cast Slow. Calm down a little, Seymour. Barrier change always a little bit scary because I'm not sure which element he has right now. And if it is poison again, that means he could summon Catoblepas again. I should have waited until Force Field is finished, never mind. Guess we absorb another round of Blaster. Soup. Remember when Blaster was scary while I was going through the cave to the ancient castle? Because of those squirrels there. I wonder, does it hit Edgar? I did only see the finger cursor on Terra Celis and Go-Go. It does not include him, wow. Seraph, now is not the right time to be picky. Moving to ice. Diamond Dust, sure. Of course I cannot absorb S-Burst, that would be amazing. Okay, next Force Field should be the last one if I haven't disabled all elements already. Let's see. And water, okay, water was missing. One more. Could also have been an opportunity to cast Mighty Guard or so. Okay, what is missing here? Nothing, okay, we got all elements. Break, we absorb that now, good. I don't know, is Mega Whirlwind, when he uses that, is that the phase where he is Poison Element and uses Catoblepas? If it is, so then I don't really want to see that. Oh, you need, you don't have enough for, no. Demon's Eye, yeah. Okay, at least Edgar is protected, but Go-Go and Cells do not care. Good. But that is still the point where the magic evasion does pay off, even at this state. Which also means I'm running a little bit off of RNG here. But hey, luck can be a little bit in my favor, right? I think that's allowed. Okay, the area change is good. Unless he is able to change from poison to poison, that would be not good. Okay, time for Mighty Guard. And Terra can heal the party again. Yeah, only Terra needs to do her thing, good. Could also have been an opportunity to slow him again. Okay, we have the Thunder Elemental phase. Of course, he used Thundaga. I like how the Espers are apparently hard-coded to always appear on my side. Let's help out with a little bit of Meteor. Although in case we have the moment where he changes to Anima, I might want to... Oh no, okay, we reflected anyways. Okay, that's why I have Reflect up, so that I can avoid that. That also means we are in this phase again. Edgar, you jump. Just because it's too scary, yeah, if he uses that and no one blocks, then at least Edgar would be able. Okay, Gargo is still alive. Oh, but barely. Not blue magic. Item. Gold needle. And you use Seraph. And then Edgar jumps again, sure. I think no one needs no one needs I don't think we need Runic right now, that's what I meant to say. And yeah, we need Mighty Guard. Those two need Mighty Guard. Might also be worth it to use Carbuncle one more time. Scourge. Oh, that's the one phase again. I think Terra has disease now. Okay, and says is poisoned, but that's fine. Seymour does take poison damage, but he takes 0 damage. That's funny. Dark Emissary, okay, that's new. But that doesn't kill, that's just percentage damage. Ooh. It's a cool concept to have someone who actually uses your summons against you. And Seymour, of course, is a good fit for that. Oh, is he in some kind of state right now where he uses, like, stuff indiscriminately and just uses whatever he wants? That could be something. Blaster, sure. We don't have Runic up, do we really need it right now? Oh, the Aura, what was that again? Oh, that gives him regen, Death, sure. I think one more jump with Edgar should maybe bring him into the next phase at least. He still uses Barrier Changer though. Maybe his weak point still switches, but he has access to all his moves. Oh, Flare, but reflect that. Nice counter. I need to have the other characters ready once we see Anima appear. Because if I first need to change my ATB, that's not gonna be enough time, I think. Special effects made by Seymour. Like the first time around I was admiring him because he did not use Meteor, but guess what he has? He has Meteor. Again, he uses it 3 times on Celis, sure. Yeah, isn't that right? Sure. Okay, this kind of final state here is pretty dangerous. Can we slow him again? Oh, Meteor again. Okay, regen on yourself, sure, I guess. You do something out of the ordinary, you use Kiraga on the party. That was a bad idea because I have Reflect, that's why I use Seraph, dude. Okay, that was a bad move. At this stage it would have been fine to use Seraph with Terra, wait for Terra and use Seraph then. Whoosh. Space Barrier, okay, we are using fancy stuff. Oh, that's okay. I was gonna say we're using fancy stuff now. Arst again. Nope. Nope. Come on, give me Anima finally. Okay, that's funny. Thunderburst, okay. Let's just say he has every other move every of the other previous final bosses also had. You don't have MP anymore. Blaster, he still holds on. I'm also not counting how much damage I've dealt him so far. Tidal Wave, okay. There's always this brief moment where I am, yeah, okay, that's serious, but then I remember, of course, I have force field up. Yeah. Wow. Wow. 3 jumps, 4 jumps, Noah. Ultima, wow, out of the blue. Are we dead? No, not quite. It only deals so much damage when I'm like at low, when I don't have thing up, reflect shell. Okay, come on, summon your mummy. There we go, rest in eternal darkness. Okay. I also get time because like this takes a bunch of time here. Okay, everyone jumps. Oh yeah, Gogo even doesn't have a jump, he only has Mimic. So that piece of equipment is not needed on him. Come on, Mega Flare, that was too early. That was too early. But we get an Ultima proc, nice. Guys, you are too early. Area change still. Okay, not quite sure what is happening. I'm gonna jump with everyone again. We also get a flare proc here. Pain, yeah. Pain gives me a death sentence, okay. Scourge? Say, could it actually be that me getting Mega Flat there was just bad luck? Could that be? I think I still want to jump with Terra and Celis, though. Death Roulette, that's pretty bad because it can only hit like 1 of 2 here. Or maybe even Edgar now. What was that? Through magic, my... Oh no, remains unable... Oof. Okay, vastly different approach here. Oh god, thanks for telling me. Okay, we need to deplete MP, okay. This is a dynamic fight, all of a sudden. So what do we do? Do we just hope we don't get hit by Dimension? I think we are dead now. No, actually not, but it targets multiple times. Wow, okay. Thanks for telling me so soon. Okay, that gives me break. That's not nice. Yeah, the question is how much MP does Anima have? Not Runic Kill. That's fine. He will not die. Pff, never mind. I cannot allow for Mega Flare to happen again. Like, Ultima was okay. Ultima was okay. Cast slow on Anima. this suddenly turned into a very interesting fight. Shadow Flare, I don't like that. But we don't care, we have disabled that. Yep. Just keep on using Rasp. You can also help, of course. Death Roulette again. Hold on, Terra. She will die, right? Yeah, I should also try Scourge. Maybe Anima is susceptible to disease. Or maybe she just absorbs that. It could also be something. Let's see, does it do something? Of course 0 damage, but the better question is, does it give her disease? X-Ether for Terra. Terra needs X-Ether. At some point I also want to heal. Yeah, this is a nice dynamic here, that I have suddenly to deal with MP damage here. Yeah, you keep using Rasp. Terran says are the most important Rasp users here. I also want to see how much MP we have to shave away yet. I mention again, okay. That is bad, because that can potentially stone every character, right? But if you focus on Edgar, that's fine by me. Not on Terra. Okay, should I wait for Cez to use Unicorn, or is that too risky? Okay, Cez, use Unicorn. Because those two need Mighty Guard again. Isn't there like some piece of equipment that gives me stone protection? So maybe I could have used that one instead of ribbons. Kill. Thank you. Go, you're great. Name Anima, 119. And a lot of MP. Oh, weak against wind. I also completely forgot. I also have Magic Hammer. I should probably use that one. Because that deals a lot of MP damage. What does Pain do again? I think it's just damage. Oh no, it also gives me counter. Magic Hammer. Where's Magic Hammer? I haven't used that move in a while. Magic Hammer, there we go. There's one thing I could maybe do. Soul Eater. You can equip that, yeah, okay. You jump with that, I guess. The question mark death, I don't like that one. We are protected against that, never mind. Did Magic Hammer do anything? I did not pay attention. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, Edgar. Baby, Edgar. That is so interesting. That carries over the effect from the Gungnir as well. I'm searching for Magic Hammer. There we go. That is insanely interesting. That did do something good. Kill Gaugo if anyone. I don't like the fact that half the party dies right now. Well, there's enough time for another Magic Hammer, right? Yeah, nice, good. Not runic. Oh boy, oh boy. I also did not pay attention how much MP Anima even has. She has 50,000. They mentioned again. Oh no. That is pretty bad. Yep, because of that. We also got the Rasp effect here, very nice. Gold Needle, Gold Needle, Gold Needle. Where's Gold Needle if needed? Death is okay. On Terra even. You jump, yeah. Celis uses Unicorn. Whew. Come on, stop using pain, that's also annoying. The thing with Force Field definitely was a good choice. Magic, Rasp, Magic, Rasp. You jump again. Anima might be incapable of doing anything once she runs out of MP. Death Roulette, no. Okay, we did. Does Gaugo still die? Also, why does the timer need to run still? I think we can change this now for Gungnir. Where's Gungnir? Gungnir. Never mind. Oh, we defeated. Okay. Whew. Wow. That was a fight. Okay, I thought we would fight Seymour again, because that's how the fight goes in Final Fantasy X. Like the first fight against Seymour. Like midway he summons Anima and then you defeat Anima and still need to take care of Seymour. And that's why I wanted to change Gungnir. Okay, whew. Wow, and Ultra Stadio Organ right now. Stadion Organ. Okay, that was a much harder fight than like the 3 before it. Phew. That was a good fight. I really liked that fight because that's actually the first real time where I really got caught off guard. Like, you could argue Emperor, of course, but Emperor is just strong, but this fight actually required me to adapt a different strategy midway through. That was pretty cool. And yeah, it's also good to know that Edgar is very strong with Soul Eater to drain MP. That might be something I want to try on Emperor. Who knows? Because I'm still not sure whether or not like MP carries over between different enemy phases. So that's something I might still want to try. Other than that, very interesting to see that the jump mechanic still carries over when Edgar changes gear. Like, he did not have his multi-jump anymore, but he did keep his jump command from Gungnir. That was very interesting to see. Yeah, that's Seymour, guys. Cool. That was Seymour. Get the Gungnir back, and I think I really want to do it like this now. The question is, Gungnir landed someplace down here. Do I want to keep it like this? Marduin's Horn. What's interesting about Marduin's Horn, if I just saw the now that I saw the mechanic how Gungnir works when I change equipment. Maybe it is like I want to keep Marduin's Horn as like the first equipment on Terra, and then I want to change for Wizard Rod to get both the X magic as well as the magic attack boost from the Wizard Rod. That could be something that could work. Because if the jump command stays, then I guess so the X command does too. Like the mid-fighter that does not get updated, maybe. But yeah, good. Pretty good. That also makes me wonder, is there some other kind of equipment that I want to try that with? Maybe jump with Atma weapon or so, something weird like that. Could also work, who knows? Or something here with Masamune, maybe. That opens some interesting combinations, maybe. Blade grabs at stop. Okay, dual wield mid-fight is nothing I really need. I also still have like the blood equipment that could be useful. It's holy, yeah, sure. Interesting stuff. Let's just say it's interesting stuff to consider. Anything else here right now? I think not. I think we just call it a day for today. I didn't really need the Dragon Boots. Maybe I just got unlucky, maybe, the first time around. That you just used Mega Flare and Ultima back-to-back. Because otherwise I cannot really explain what happened there. Like, I had the feeling as if like Seymour was still attacking, although Anima was already on the field. Maybe as some kind of last resort move or so. Like, that was weird, but okay. Also, one thing I want to do before I forget about it, most likely I want my ribbons back. I can't even... It's so annoying that I cannot equip dead party members. Here. Rise, because I feel generous. Yeah, you didn't even need that, because you can just mimic that. Like, those are the nuances why I love my Final Fantasy games. There are like so many little things in there that you need to understand to make like some very perfect adjustments to a fight, and like it's very hard to see, and that's where half the fun lies. Like, the min-maxing in those games here is absolutely crazy. They did already stress multiple times at this stage that this hack like amps that up to 11. That's so great about this hack. And yeah, I'm still enjoying it. Yeah, okay, next time, depending on how stuff goes, could actually be my last recording session for this. Oh god. But yeah, what do we still have left? We still have to do 3 more encounters, the Final Fantasy XI and Final Fantasy XII boss, I guess. And then, of course, as like the final super boss we need to fight here, we have Emperor. And we will bring that guy down. I find a way. It can't be so hard. Like, he is very strong, but it cannot be so hard. It can't be impossible. I just need to find the right, like, approach to that fight, and then I can do it. Terra should have her morph back by now. That should be one key component. But yeah, in the other two fights, you will see how tough those are. It's actually also nice to see that Seymour was able to break my streak here, my winning streak. That's at this stage. Then it's fine to get the game over again. Cannot be the case that like all the super bosses here are pushovers, right? Looking at Emperor. In any case, next time we continue, and like I said, maybe next time is the last time I will record Final Fantasy VI Edition. Who knows, who knows? Alright guys, thank you all for watching, I really hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next episode of the Final Fantasy VI Edition. Until then, take care and goodbye.